Hi, I hope that you and your family are okay and that you are keeping your sanity during this lockdown. Remember, we are all in this together. And talking about the global pandemic, I'm going to talk about the role of English as a global language. So, what is a global language? A language becomes global when it develops a special role that is recognized in every country where that language is spoken. But also, it should be accepted by other countries around the world, willing to give that language a place in their communities. The two ways it can be achieved is by making that language an official one in order to facilitate communication or be made a priority in the foreign language teaching programs. So the question is, does English fit the description? Well, English is spoken by 380 million as a first language, but more than 1 billion people use it either as a second or additional language, mainly to communicate with other non-English speakers. English has acquired the status of official language in over 70 countries such as Ghana, Nigeria, India, Singapore, and Vanuatu. English is now the language most widely taught as a foreign language in over 100 countries such as China, Russia, Germany, Spain, Egypt, and Brazil. And in most of these countries, it is the main foreign language requested in schools, often displacing another language in the process. For example, in 1996, English replaced French as the chief foreign language in schools in Algeria, which is a former French colony. So, what is the role of English in the 21st century? With the surge of globalization and the growth of exchanges in the international market, a common way of communication was necessary to facilitate multiple connections between parties, and English was chosen as the language to bridge the gap. But was this due to a coincidence? Certainly not. Historical, political, and economic factors played a massive role in it. Like during the Roman times, where Latin was spoken everywhere under the Roman influence. The same happened with English. The globalization of the language started with British imperialism and carried on with the emergence of the USA or America or United States as the first world economy. English as a global, or as stated by others, an international language, has different kind of users with diverse cultures and under the influence of their own mother tongue. It is used for a wider communication within multilingual societies as well as a way of international communication between countries. It enables people to share with others their ideas and their culture. Countries like the Netherlands, Sweden, and Norway have chosen to teach English to a high standard in school education to give their country an economic advantage in international business, contrarily to France and Germany, who opted to protect their national language. So as you can see, English is without doubt the lingua franca. It is indispensable for international communication and individuals as they use it all over as their survival language for traveling. this reliance on English is mostly detrimental to English-speaking citizens who refuse to learn the language of the countries they are visiting, like here in the UK. This can become a long-term disadvantage for them, as they would be the sole monolingual people left in a few years. It should be reminded as well that Spanish and Mandarin are challenging the English language, not only because of the vast number of people speaking these languages, but also because of their strong presence on the internet. So it appears that the people using English as a second language have to accept the norms produced by the English-speaking countries like USA, UK, and Australia, Canada. Any variation in expression and accents seem to be labeled as inferior or not acceptable, and this is not right. There have to be some thoughts of standardization for making international English more accessible to people from different nationalities. And lately, they have even proposed that non-native speakers should have a bigger role in the development of the language, and that's fairer. And if English is to serve, really, that's my opinion, as a truly international language, it should make room for all the norms and variation coming from different parts of the world. And really, as you can see, people from India speaks different from people from Nigeria, and that should be accepted. And I wanted to take advantage and talk to you about the monthly online English conversation practice that is open, and it's at a very affordable price, and you will still have a $5 discount when you insert the code COVID in capital letter. So if you click on the link, you will have more information, and there as well you can subscribe. And I truly hope that you are keeping yourself and your family safe. Please do take care, and see you next time. Don't forget that the link, you will find it in your email. Press the link and subscribe to the monthly conversation in English. Take care. See you next time.